Hello, everyone, and welcome to another glorious episode of More Content Talk. That's the only show that cuts through all the glam, the glitz, and all the bullshit to bring you the truthiest news that we here at More Content Please can find. Well, it's still election season. Um, you know, to be quite honest with you, how pathetic do you have to be to continue this farce? To continue to act like there's some semblance of a respectable government in this country? Do you really have to see much more? Because I can get on here, right, and I can rant and rave, and I can quote statistics, and I can, I don't know, maybe read you an article, get emotional. And maybe I will. I mean, I don't know. I don't really plan anything that I do. But does it really matter anymore? Because I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about the orange turd because there's no need. This election is over, um, and it's over, and it's been over for a while actually. And uh, he had a very slim chance from the get go, because that's just not the way our system works, and everyone knows that the United States military and the Secret Service are not owned by people, and certainly not someone of Trump's status. I mean, he's a buffoon, and a lot of these um, Republicans in the Senate too. Or yeah, I understand that they may appear to be competent because they get shit done, but a lot of that is luck. Trust me, and that's all going to come crumbling down eventually, just like it always does. You see these kind of clownish leaders come into prominence, and they have their season, and then I'm including McConnell and all of them, Rand Paul, all these clowns who people eventually are going to grow tired of. What is it? Another one's Ron Johnson. He was the one who basically told everyone to fuck off and die, and wouldn't give them the stimulus checks. And I know what they want. They want people to get upset, and I'll tell you why they want people to get upset. It's very profitable when people are upset. You can make a lot of money, especially off of these people who the right, and especially the preachers and pastors, but some of those Southern Republicans and Democrats too, because there are conservative Democrats, even though that's you're not allowed to say that, even though it's very true, and they vote conservative all the time, and they're the reason that a lot of these bills end up getting passed is because say like Democrat in Virginia, or where other southern state it might be, which they're really just Dixiecrats. They have their audience and they play to them well, so they vote with the Republicans often. So, this is one of the reasons I'm nonpartisan, is because, yeah, like the Democrats are better, but they still got this kind of racist, kind of stupid end of the party, and they call themselves moderates, but really what they mean is we don't give a shit about poor people, and we're just gonna side with the rich, which is what the Republicans side with all the time. But anyway, back to just the psychology of all of this. So you say, well, if he knows he doesn't have a chance, why would he keep doing this? Generate panic, generate chaos. You already have a whole mass of cult-like followers who will do anything you say. Create chaos, create a little bit of chaos, make it seem as if the world is going to end, and then just rake in the dough, because they'll buy your supplements that don't have anything in them. They'll buy the homeopathy and the watered down medicine, and it sometimes actually ends up killing people because it has too much, because it's not regulated. That's just a fact. That's cited from I believe his gentleman's name is Dr. Edward Ernst. It's online. You can find his articles. He's a legitimate doctor, so he's not some kind of quack. I checked him out. But you have a cult like following already. It's in place, COVID came along by chance. No one invented it. I wish people would stop saying it. It's so stupid. Like, everyone. It's like I was saying earlier. When it comes to stuff like that, everyone's always looking for meaning. Whenever they're scared, they always want something to mean something. Like, well, I'm terrified, so this has meaning. You're assigning meaning to it because you're scared. There's no meaning for this virus. There's no reason that this is happening to us specifically. Things like this have happened to other people in the past. We're not unique in any way. It's a simple fact of life. And it's not a bad thing either. And you can find meaning if you want. It's up to you. But I'm just saying you don't need it. Because if you go chasing after it, what you'll find is all kind of horrible things. You'll become so focused on trying to find that meaning that you'll miss your whole life. You won't experience anything. It will fly past you, and you'll just be upset the whole time. So it's no point. But the other level of this is the financial end, right? Is like, okay, you got all these people who are scared. You got all these people they think the world's going to end, and a lot of Trump supporters really do. And I know that seems very difficult for you to believe, and you're just going to make fun of, oh, it's just a few people. Let me tell you something right now. People have been saying that since I was young, and I always thought to myself, that's a lot of few people, because you say things like, well, so-and-so are anti-vaxxers, or this celebrity, is kind of a quack, or, this particular doctor isn't saying real science on TV. And you say that to people. You say it to your teachers, your friends, your parents. And people just kind of say, yeah, well, that's just a fringe, small part of the population. But we've been saying that for years, and people have always said that. That's the thing, right? If you actually look back in time, you'll find that people have always said, well, these Nazis, they're nothing to take seriously, whatever. Or, any time in history where there's been a threat, and, stupid people, generally, who tend to call themselves intellectuals, get together and say, well, we're too good for that. That won't happen to us. And then they get screwed because, they're being holier than thou and whatever bullshit you want to call it. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be religious. It's not about morality for me. It's just I'm observing a fact. I'm looking at the fact that you have a bunch of greedy people in power who think that their shit doesn't stink. They can do whatever the fuck they want. They've made that very evident by telling everyone to fuck off. By telling everyone that they're not going to give them, any real comprehensive stimulus. I'm not saying you're not going to get anything. I don't know what you're going to get. To be completely honest with you, I kind of stopped paying attention. I saw some stupid headline come out talking about it. They've been jerking you around so much at this point, and all the headlines they always make it seem like okay, well maybe this time, but nothing happens, so I don't pay attention. Fuck it. And this is why when people start to go off on how I'm lazy or I'm being vindictive, I'm just observing facts. And if you can't handle it, I don't give a fuck. And the reality is that if you say that that's not true, you probably got friends who are profiting off of this bullshit, or you're profiting off of it. I don't know. I don't know. Someone is making money off of this bullshit, because I'll tell you, people are making a lot of money because these small businesses are closing down, right? Left and right. Every day you look at some small business, and it's generally multiple, maybe even, I would say probably at least 50 a day. Who knows what rate they're going? I don't know. I don't pay attention, but it's a lot. When all those businesses close, those customers have to go somewhere to shop. All the major corporations got nice big bailouts, and Congress, I'm sure, has made sure to cover their ass so they don't get sued. So they just stole your money again. And What do you want me to do? You want me to not tell you? No, I'm not going to do that to you. I'm not gonna lie to you like your parents did do and still do if they're still around. I'm sure like that's normal because that normalizes all the bullshit. Just say it for what it is. These motherfuckers don't want to give you any money. Okay, they don't care if you die or not. And I know what people are gonna say. They're gonna say, oh, this guy's a leftist. He's a member of the woke left, liberal, super duper spy brigade. Let me tell you something, motherfucker. I don't care if you're a liberal or conservative. You say that stupid shit while there's people dying. There's people dying. Okay? And you don't care. Don't even try to pretend that you care. You have no right to say a fucking thing. I don't care who you are. Say what you say some stupid shit talking about the liberal woke left. We have to be concerned about the scourge of the liberal woke left when this conservative ass fucking Congress can't pass a fucking bill that's satisfactory and that would actually keep people at home where they should be. And you support that, and you're talking about the liberal left. What? You know. And really what it is, these jackasses who talk about this, the liberal woke left, the super duper cancel culture is coming for me. You're so dumb, and you sound dumb because, first of all, as I said before, there's no liberal left, far left. You're fantasizing. You're old. This is what it is, okay? You're old, and you don't like the things that these people do. You don't like the fact that they want to be respected. You don't like the fact that they want to be called a word that they want to be called, and that is English and is grammatically correct, by the way, to refer to people as they and them. That's grammatically correct. If you asked me where a person was, I would say they went to the store. It's grammatically correct, but they don't care. They just don't want to change the way they speak. And anytime they get criticized for saying some dumb fucking thing, right? They get their panties in a bunch, and then all of a sudden they're talking about the liberal woke left. And you'll look into it and you'll see they said some of the dumbest shit you ever heard in your entire life. And on top of it, these motherfuckers have so much fucking money, it doesn't fucking matter if one person doesn't buy their book. That's publicity for them. They get to do shit like this where they talk about the radical liberal left is coming for them, and oh, you have to come and lick my taint because this kid who has autism in Oregon is after me. Are you serious? I mean, it sounds asinine. Just think about it for a second. You got all the fucking money in the world. You got so much fucking money. And don't talk to me about how you give to charity. I hate celebrities. Celebrities are awful. I don't care what anyone says. They're awful. They donate to these charities, and they say to themselves, well, I've done my job. I gave money to a charity that I can write off on my taxes, and who knows where most of it goes. There's been plenty of studies that have shown time and time again that the vast majority of money in most of these charities does not make it to help people one bit. And it's the same thing in churches. There's a process where that money gets put into different things and venues before it actually hits the people. So the people end up getting less money than what you put in. And that's kind of the scam in the first place of charity. And yeah, I'm calling it what it is because why are people being evicted? Why are people being thrown out? And let me tell you something. These celebrities, they don't give a fuck, and they don't look into it. I looked into it. There's all kinds of people that are being evicted in the United States. It's a lie when they say there's an eviction moratorium. They are evicting people. They're lying so that you don't know about it. And they recently arrested some young person who was trying to prevent them from evicting their family, and they arrested him. He's in jail. And there was another incident where I saw a group of people, it was a whole neighborhood, who were screaming at the police to leave because they didn't want a particular family evicted, and they won that battle. But I'll tell you what, they'll be back, probably with batons, because those motherfuckers don't play around. They don't give a shit about you. It's stone cold simple. They don't care. I'm not going to pretend that they do. You can call me a liberal all you want. I'll relish in it. I don't care. Why should I care about you? And I'm talking to celebrities, you know. I'm not talking about normal people. I care about normal people. I don't give a flying fuckadoo about any dumb ass who gets up there on a pulpit and thinks that because he's got money, or she, or they, it doesn't, I don't care. Oh, now you must listen to me. You must abide by my gospel. And some of these people are atheists, by the way. They're not immune to that type of behavior. I saw some of it on Twitter tonight. I'm not going to talk about who because it's not worth, you know, I don't need the grief because no one's going to go to this person because this is a celebrity, right? So their ghoul fans will come after me and, you know, well, you shouldn't say, and you didn't understand the context of what they were saying, and let me explain it to you. And if you don't agree with my interpretation of this biblical scripture, I'll scream at you and harass you online. Meow. Bitch, get the fuck out of here with that shit. I don't have time for it. I don't care. If I get really heated, I'll go in on a celebrity, sure, but tonight I don't feel like it. So I'm just going to tell you the story. And it's just like I said. People, celebrities online talking about the woke people, the left. I saw the celebrities doing it. I saw, you know, people who consider themselves celebrities be doing it. Because let me tell you something. It's like I said online. 99% of the people who talk about cancel culture aren't even celebrities. Just because you got a podcast, you're not a celebrity. Okay? Ben Shapiro does great on his podcast. He does great. His ratings are through the roof. He's making all kinds of money. He's not a fucking celebrity. You're not going to see Ben Shapiro in a fucking movie. You're not going to see Ben Shapiro hanging out with J-Lo. He's not going to win an award of any serious note. I mean, I'm sure, you know, some dumbass will hand him some kind of, you know, certificate of, hey, good job, you screwed over the liberals. But that doesn't account for anything that anyone real would take seriously. I mean, most people think Ben Shapiro's a joke. It's one of the reasons his ratings is so high is because he's so stupid. You can't be intelligent and have good ratings in America. It's illegal. They made intelligence illegal in the 50s. And freedom and being yourself with this, all of this communist. You see this communist bullshit coming back, the radical left. Ooh, socialism. Ooh, oh no, they're coming. Ooh, be afraid of the social. You see that? It's so obvious. It's so obvious. And Republicans and Democrats using the rhetoric, it's both of them. And moderates, they're all doing it. The only ones who aren't doing it are the progressives. And, you know, they, you know, God bless them or whatever, bless them. I don't care. Whatever you believe in. Bless their hearts. You know, they're not doing that great. I mean, they're just not. I was looking for a movement to get behind, and I don't know where it is. Where is it? It's not in Washington. It's just the same shit over and over again. Same shit. And then someone get out there and talk about, we need to give money to these people. Whoop-de-doop-de-doo. Shoop-de-doop-de-doo. Bro, same song over and over again. Like, come on. Do something. Do something. Lead. Make a raucous. You know what I mean? If they don't give you what you want, scream at them. Give something. Fight. Stop acting like such a bitch. For real, though. I can't get behind this weak-ass liberalism. Because that's my thing. Is like, you think this is woke? This is not. And here's the thing. I don't even use the term. Because I think it's a comical term. Because I remember Common talking about, I'm woke. You ain't shit. Get out of here with that bullshit. Like that was some stupid whoop-de-whoop, kind of that whole I'm black and I'm conscious, like that was a little fad that people had. That's not Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter is for real. They don't I mean, I'm sure there's people in Black Lives Matter who use that terminology, but the real people who lead Black Lives Matter, they don't give a fuck about all that, I don't know. I don't even know what you call it. It's a very pompous form of black art. These I'm woke. I'm woke. I'm woke. I remember the first time I heard that. I said, I'm black. I never heard that term in my life. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? That sounds like some weird. What is that shit like on the right? Those far right people. You need to wake up. Wake up to the conspiracy. Wake up. I'm cool, man. I've been awake. I'm awake. Like I don't know. I don't understand why people talk like that. But they think it's so cool because like they saw the Matrix and now they're like, wow, I got the red pill and the blue pill and I'm gonna red pill ya or blue pill ya. It doesn't matter. It's about hormone therapy, by the way. The movie. I didn't know. I think it's great. That's cool. It's cool when you can sneak in things like that because it teaches people how stupid they are. Because you're upset before you love the movie, right? when that person came out, because I don't know their pronouns, so I'm not even gonna try. But when they came out and said that movie, The Matrix, was about hormone therapy, I laughed my ass off. Because let me tell you something. In the right, that's huge. They love talking about the Matrix and you got to take the red pill because it's for republicanism. Okay, whatever you say tells me something about you. Whatever, bro. Gotta do that, I guess. I don't even know what to say about it. It's so comical. It's very similar to the Proud Boys thing, and I I don't know what to say about it. I honestly, it baffles me. I'm shocked, and there's always these double entendres with the right, and it always seems to involve things you can do with your right hand, but it's just me. But anyway, I'll continue on with what I really consider to be an assault on any chance of there being a left. I think that this is just corporations spouting off at the mouth, because a lot of these corporations, they pay these people salaries, especially places like Hollywood. And it's not a conspiracy. That's true. Like, Hollywood is owned by corporations. There's this like kind of lie that Hollywood is owned by the government, but that's not true. The only reason Hollywood gets money from the government is because Hollywood is owned by corporations, and of course corporations will put money into the government. That's how Congress works. It's called lobbying. So this whole fantasy about, I don't know, they're controlling you with symbolism, no, it's not that. They don't have to do that. They just fucking, they say, oh, I'm giving it to the movie. And then you would be surprised how much money just disappears in these films. And I'll tell you where it's going. It's going into tax shelters. And they're getting even richer than you would imagine. Making shitty movies, by the way. You have to admit that these movies suck. I don't care if you watch them. It's not about that. I'm not telling you to unplug. Be plugged in. Plug it in. Turn it on high. I used to be a fundamentalist. I used to be one of those people who go around saying, I'm smarter than everyone because I don't watch TV. I don't think that anymore. I still don't watch TV, but I'll tell you why I don't do it. I don't watch TV because I want to have time. And I don't want to look at stupid people talk. Does that mean I think people who watch TV are stupid? Absolutely not. Some of the smartest people in the world watch TV every day, all day. My brother watches TV all the time. He always has it on. He's very smart. So, no, you're not dumb. I'm saying they're dumb. They're stupid. They're the ones who are idiots, because what they'll do is they'll take on this kind of veneer of being this hero, this anti-hero, I should say. And they're the ones being persecuted. And it doesn't matter. It's been so many different celebrities, and I'm not even gonna name a celebrity. All I want you to do is hear the story, and remember the celebrities you've heard it from. Right? They're persecuted because they do something in public, or they do something that's considered wrong by say, like, a good number of people in society. It doesn't even have to be most. It doesn't matter. That's the thing. They're getting paid to do a job. What do you do when you get a customer who's like ranting and raving when you're at work? Do you explain to them, well, this is cancel culture? Clearly. I mean, clearly I brought you the French fries. So you're trying to cancel me. You're trying to cancel my job. This is preposterous. You can't complain about these French fries. Of course they can. They paid for the fucking French fries. They have every fucking right to complain. Yeah, maybe they're wrong, but they paid for it, and and if they have a receipt, they can get in there and they can sing their little song. Now, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not siding with the person, but what I'm saying is they fucking paid for it. And so if people want to say this is bullshit, I don't like this bullshit, they got a right to do it. Sing it, sister. Whatever you want to do. And I don't care. Like, here's the thing. Like, if I'm a performer, and if I'm acting and people are talking, I'll talk over them. I don't give a fuck. You want to talk. You paid. And hey, if they get too loud, I'll just stop talking and be like, all right, shit, let's listen to this motherfucker talk. All right, I'm cool. I'll sit here. I'm still getting paid. It doesn't matter to me one way or the other. And eventually people in the audience will say, hey, shut up. I'm trying to listen to the person who's good. But see, that only works if you're good. That's the thing. And that's what a lot of these celebrities, that's why they need these contracts, because they can't live the life that I live doing it on my own. They don't have the talent. They need 80,000 assistants around them with, all kinds of people making sure they say the right thing all the time, and everyone needs to love them all the time, and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Fuck that. I don't need that. Cancel culture. These are cancel vultures. What they do is they create a problem where there is none. Say maybe one person, maybe a group of people complain because they said something that pissed them off, right? They do that, bitch about it and bitch about it and bitch about it and bitch about it to their fans. Next thing you know, their fans are all over the internet talking shit about people. All over the internet. You know what? This homosexual said this about so-and-so. Fuck all homosexuals. That's how it works. I don't care if you think that's right or whatever, but I'm just explaining to you that if a celebrity gets up there and starts talking shit about a certain group of people, all of their fans don't like those people anymore. So who loses, really? It's the people who are marginalized by the celebrities, by the person with the platform, of course. And of course, it depends on who has the largest platform. But you'll see this go on with celebrities with major platforms, and the people who are marginalized have no chance to talk back. And so you basically end up censoring people by doing this, by saying, hey, this person talks shit about me, but I have this like massive following, so I'm going to take my massive following and silence them because you can't fucking take criticism. Why do you like people who can't even be criticized? They can't even take any criticism. Why can't I talk shit about people you like? Why not? What is so sacred about these people you don't know, who don't care about you, who I didn't see any of these motherfuckers out there lobbying for stimulus checks or anything. I mean, I'm sure a few of them did. But let me tell you something. They lobbied way more hard for the 9/11 survivors, and fewer people died. That's not to take anything away from 9/11. Don't you dare try to say that I said that, because I didn't. I'm saying 300,000 people have died. Over 300,000 people. And what have the celebrities done? They did nothing. They're on their shows complaining about you, saying, "Oh, the cancel culture, they hate us. I hate the cancel culture." It's my baby voice because you sound like a fucking child. There's people starving to death and you're mad because they can't. Oh no, I can't write another dumb book. And you know, these idiots, they've got ghostwriters and they've got like 80,000 books and no one reads them. The only people who read them are people who are just so, kind of spiteful and nasty people who like to see, because that's what they do in these books and in the lectures, and these are intellectuals on the right and the left, and all they do is just talk shit about groups of people. They just go on and on and on talking shit. Oh, I don't like this motherfucker because of this. I don't like this one because of that. I don't like this one because of that. And I don't like them because of that. And I don't like them because of that. They never get to any nuanced points. They never get to any real solutions. And many times when I see these polite debates, you got these professional, very professional liberals, and they get up there and they got these wonderful suits. Pete Buttigieg is a perfect example. Wonderful. Oh, he's so beautiful. And everyone's just taking pictures and, he's posturing and posing and it's wonderful. He hasn't said anything of substance. He's not going to do anything to fix the transit system in this country. I'll tell you that right now. You have the shittiest transit system in the world. I don't care who you put in there. You can't fix it in 4 years. It's going to take 50 years to fix the transit system in the United States. I'm going to be long dead before this transit system ever gets fixed. That's a non-issue, that appointment, to me. What does he have to say of substance? I don't care if you're a homosexual or not. That shouldn't matter. Why every time I open the news am I hearing about the gender or whatever of what are they going to do? This is how you got fucked the first time, people. I'm just trying to warn you, okay? This is how they distract. They put their little celebrities out there doing little tap dances. Oh, the lefties, they're coming and they're terrible and they're awful and you should hate them. And then in the meantime, they cut policy after policy after policy after policy and the country goes more to the right. Only way you can fight it is to stand up for yourself and say, look, fuck you. I don't know, start a podcast, make some art, do something. Cry out and say no. No, no, no. I am not going to be marginalized like this. You are not going to bully me with your pulpit into submission. There is no far left. But if you continue to marginalize people, if you continue to screw them over, if you continue to make these ridiculous promises like Congress made, right? Telling you they were going to get you all kind of goodies and then they didn't. You're not going to have a revolution of fighting. You're going to have a very silent revolution, one that's artistic, one that's cultural. And people are just going to stop going to your churches. And eventually, yes, they will stop buying it from your businesses because people are going to get sick of getting thrown out of their houses. They're going to get sick of getting sick, which is going to keep happening. It's not going to get better when that vaccine gets here. It doesn't matter. It's going to take at least another year, probably more, because most people aren't going to get it. A lot of people aren't getting it, not most, but a lot, and it's going to be substantial. And there's no way they're going to convince these people by telling them bedtime stories. They don't give a fuck what you have to say. I know that's so difficult for you to believe, and that's what I said. This intellectual class, they're part of the reason that this happened anyway, because what did they do all these years? They got up there and they gave very polite speeches and said, pretty please listen. Pretty please. Could we pretty please fix the environment? Could we pretty please stop making so much meat? Could we pretty please, stop being so crazy all the time? Pretty please. No one listened to them, right? Yeah, because that's why they have the polite debates. That's what it's there for. It's their a little performance. So you feel like you did something. You didn't do anything. All you liberal intellectuals. Why do you think the world just got worse? All worse and worse. The only one I can respect is Chris Hedges, because at least he tells it like it is. Yeah, no, we're fucked. If you want an introduction to Chris Hedges, we're fucked. I mean, you got no left. It's not there. You're fighting a one-armed beast, which you would think would be easier, but as this government becomes more and more monolithic, it might not be. You might just be fucked. What's the answer? I'm not here to give you an answer. I'm here to tell you a story. A story is all as time, and that's stand up for yourself. Be yourself, and you will be heard. And you'll always have that. And if you notice, the more and more you stand up for yourself, and you stop being quiet. Don't, I saw the greatest thing online today. I saw a person who said, even though I was the child of a wealthy person, they still cast me out. They still don't help me. They'll come and they'll visit me from time to time, and they'll say hello, and they'll talk to me. But they say, I don't go in for that liberal handout bullshit. And this person is disabled, their child, and they don't give a fuck. They don't care. They say, oh, well, you can work, right? You can do it. Buck up, kiddo. That's the radical liberal left you're going after. Be honest. You're genocidal maniacs, and you want those people dead. You want to starve us to death. I know I can read. I know you don't think we can read, but I read history books, and I'm not listening to Ben fucking Shapiro and his version of history. He can think whatever the fuck he wants. He's wrong. Because what's going on here is genocide. Why do you think these rich people are getting all the vaccines first? Come on. There was a hospital in Georgia where it went to all the vaccines went to a for-profit cancer institute. For-profit. But the hospital where people dying of COVID-19, not all of them got it. Only a few. What do you call that shit? This class warfare. That's genocide. Fuck them. Let them die. Give us the vaccine. And they gave it to all the administrators, all the low-level people. It wasn't just health workers. And remember, I said for-profit hospital, right? See how it works? They're just killing poor people, and especially disabled people. They don't give a fuck about disabled people. They don't give a fuck about black people. They don't care. So they're just taking you out, one by one, little by little. And the whole way, you'll just be there, cheering on your celebrities, who they're just the spokesmen for these people. That's all, the spokesmen, spokeswomen, whatever. Oh, just laugh as you die. It's funny. How many more celebrities are going to get up there make fun of you? They're making fun of you when they say the woke liberal left. They're making fun of you. I don't care what your political leanings are. If you're poor, you're the cuck they're talking about. Because you've been taken over. You don't understand that you can stand up for yourself. So why not do it? Why not give it a shot? Do something. Start a podcast. Write a book. Try to be somebody. Not without them, though. Do something else. Do something different. You want to be different? Be different. But don't peddle this cancel culture bullshit and talk to me about how you're different. I don't care how famous you are, how old you are, how much you think your shit doesn't stink. If you talk about this non-existent bullshit, cancel culture, you're just a fucking stooge. And I don't really have any respect for you. You're a clown for the establishment. So go perform elsewhere. I'm going to stay here and be real. All right. Speaking of real, this has been more content talk. There goes someone off into the distance, off into the night. Hey, you know what? Happy holidays, everyone, from More Content, Please. I do this all by myself for the most part. We have guests on from time to time. We're getting ready to have a guest on one of our episodes coming up. But If you would like to continue to hear from more content talk, please be sure to sponsor us on Anchor, or just watch us on Anchor. You can visit us at Instagram, More Content Please. You can see us at TikTok, More Content Please MCP. You can find us on Pinterest. You can find us at morecontentplease.org. You can also find us on our Patreon page at More Content Please, as well as Twitter, which is absolutely hilarious. I love Twitter, and I love my followers on Twitter. Hi, Twitter people. It's more_content PLS. All right, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful night. Love you very much, and hope to see you on Twitter or something sometime. Bye.